Hi, I'm Ben with Fossil Farms.
I'm Lance with Fossil Farms.
Today we're going to talk about venison. Fossil Farms has been carrying venison for 20 out of our 23 years. It was our third product line after ostrich, right?
After ostrich.
So venison is a 99% fat-free protein. It's grass-fed, all-natural, GMO-free. It's one of the healthiest proteins you can possibly consume. The venison is going to have a flavor profile very similar to grass-fed beef.
Okay.
It's very lean. You want to cook it on the rare to medium rare side. You can always cook it more, but because it is 99% fat-free,
Right.
we don't want to overcook it.
Nutritious, healthy, lean, red meat alternative. A lot of people have been requesting this, including the very popular NFL teams, am I right?
You're right. So today we're going to be working with the Denver leg.
What the hell is a Denver leg?
So a Denver leg is the hind leg of the deer, which is completely denuded, deveined, and fully clean. So it comes out of the package just like this. This here is the sirloin butt. You want to tie some simple knots, which will allow that muscle to stay nice and tight. Right? We want to keep the center of that muscle as rare as possible. Rub it down with some good quality olive oil. Season really well, some nice thick kosher salt or sea salt. But you want to put a good amount of seasoning on the roast because that's going to create a nice crust. But this I would put into the oven at about 425 degrees and cook it to an internal temperature of 125. This is the cushion. I don't know if you can see on the camera there, but there's very distinct grains running through that meat. First cut, I'm going to cut with the grain. And then I'm going to cut against the grain. So this piece here I'm going to turn into 2 medallions. We're going to do a quick tartare, venison tartare. We're going to take some of the end cuts that we pulled off of some of the other muscles, and with a knife we're just going to do very fine dice. Season it up with some salt, a fair amount of black pepper, a little bit of olive oil, some chopped parsley, chopped olives and capers, a little bit of our secret sauce. This would be great over a salad of like frisee lettuce or maybe on some toast points. Venison tartare. So with our venison Denver leg, we're going to take the eye rounds and we're going to do a pan roast sear. We're going to season it real well with some salt. It's going to be over high heat. I've had this pan heating up here on the back for I don't know, about 20 minutes over a low flame. Add a little bit of oil. We're going to wait for that to get to a smoking point. We're going to place this in. When we put it in, we always want to place it in going away from us so that we're not splattering ourselves with the oil. Give it a little shake so it doesn't stick. We're going to let this cook for about a minute per side. We're going to reduce our heat on the fire a little bit. We're going to add just a little bit more oil, 2 pads of butter, a couple cloves of crushed garlic, a sprig of rosemary, a sprig of thyme, and a little bunch of sage. So we want to bring this up to about 115 degree internal temperature, which is going to be rare, but then we're going to let it rest for at least 10 minutes before we slice it. Okay, so this is the top sirloin from the venison Denver leg. We roasted it simply with salt and pepper in a 420 degree oven until that internal temperature reached about 120 degrees. Then we let it rest for about 20 minutes. So here what we have is the eye round, which comes out of the Denver leg. Denver leg is 7 individual cuts. This is one of them that we pan roasted. And we're going to slice this up, and Lance and I are going to actually get some lunch out of this. So when we're cooking venison, we always talk about, you can always cook it more, but you can't uncook it because it is almost pure protein. There's no fat. You really don't have the opportunity to, you got to watch the carryover cooking. So this I brought up to an internal temperature of 119 degrees. If you see, it's a beautiful medium rare. It's going to be super, super flavorful and tasty, very tender. So let's give it a shot. See what you think. So this should be really tender, very flavorful, moist. Get the mineralities out of it, the grassiness. I wish you all at home could taste this because this is really good and it's not going to last very long.